welcome back, everybody. How are you guys today? I'm Miss Shine Light 7. Welcome. This is a 21 plus reading, raw, uncut, unfiltered, unbiased reader. I don't know what the messages will be before the messages come out. So please take only what resonates with you and leave the rest. Suggestions, questions, comments can be left in the comment section below. This is a general plus a collective reading. It won't resonate with every single one of you. And if it does not resonate, please check out some of the other videos in the playlist. Along with, before you go, make sure you subscribe, like, share, hit the bell notification, along with the thumbs up. As well as, if you are new to my channel, if you like to get your own message, 25 for 25 is in the description below. As well as Cash App is also available if you like to donate to the channel. As well as Super Chats are always available when we are live. As well as, if you don't mind, hit that heart button and hold it. It helps the algorithm of YouTube. And so, hey, you guys, let's get started. I have your messages for today, August the 4th. Hey, happy Monday, you guys. Let's start with there. Hey, happy Monday. I can tell you, somebody is not woke up on the wrong side of the bed, or, it's been in a bad mood all day type shit, crying, okay, missing you because you unbothered, crashing out at times in their timeline, go to the mirror and look at who they look at, and they like, who the fuck? And like, just can't believe the things and how things is turning out right now. Not happy right now though. Not happy. Somebody took a dirty offer. Some death, funeral. Definitely here. As well as 2 coffins is here. I've been had that coffin on the table for about 2, 3, 4, 5 days now. Them coffins ain't went nowhere. Somebody might be coughing up something too. Swallowed something and now coughing it up. Somebody announcing our most exclusive offers just for you. Somebody's putting on something just for you when it comes to a third party. Yep, it's all for you. With my Janet Jackson voice. Yeah, this is all a put on for you. Somebody that was stubborn. Somebody that was real damn stubborn. And now this shit is a shit show too. They was putting on airs and shit. When it comes to groupies or other people pointing the finger now. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Somebody that was immature could have had a baby on you. Or got somebody pregnant and they tried to hide it with a death. National Night Out, you guys. I gotta tell you, I can hear all the festivities. This is the DARE program. If you know, they have all the task force people out tonight with the night out. You could get to go and look at some of the attractions that they have for the night out tonight. Yeah, so take that as in consideration for the National Night Out tonight. Somebody that went with the flow. That was just that was just a conjunction, y'all. I just hear. I hear kids crossing the street. Yeah. Somebody that took a dirty offer here. Somebody's feeling lost at this present time. I'm lost without you. Somebody that was an opportunist or opportunity. Somebody took an opportunity to play you here or play in your face or played it safe. They want to return but not happy. They're not happy with their second choice. They're not checking with 2. Now they want to come back to the 1. 1, 1, 1, 1. And they want you to have an open heart when they come back in with this return. And I can hear you as a collective. I hear you. No way said that with no and never on the table. I feel you. But they're trying to manifest you back, regardless of how you might feel about the energy. Someone is trying to manifest you back. In a smooth way, though. Yeah, you might not believe this person, though. Yeah, you might not, you might not put up with that. Okay. Okay, let's see what this talking about the night out. Let's see what mean is night out. Let's put that out on the table. Mean night. Okay, so this could mean anything tonight. Okay, I don't know what Colorado, Montgomery, Iran, Tallahassee, Florida, some North Korea energy, California, Sacramento, Saudi Arabia, Colorado, Denver, Alaska, June, Nevada, Carson, Wausau, Jackson, Mississippi, Canada, Oklahoma. Somebody with an open heart wants you to come, wants to return. Louisiana, Missouri, Jefferson City, Baton Rouge, South Dakota, Kansas, Russia, Moscow. You could be a descent of these places. You could be out on a country for business on this energy. You could have been your green card. Somebody might be coming for a green card. Gambia, Richmond, Massachusetts, Virginia, Kansas, Texas, St. Paul, United States, anybody, anywhere, all around the world. So something is in session for somebody. Class in session. Emma was a fixing, a fix, a secret fix, a sex fix, something that was trying to. You graduated from it, whatever it is. This means a lot. Something about somebody. When it comes to a baby or judgment, something was a smooth situation, or somebody tried to smooth something over you. When it comes to putting some shit on, or being cutesy, or talking, when it comes to an evil bitch here. Beneficent. It's an evil witch here. A whole witch, too. It's getting ugly when it comes to this whole witch. Yeah, it's getting ugly. Yeah, that's what it's something shameful here, too. I don't know. Dang. Something about 10 commandments of the body. Somebody was mutilating themselves for something. When it comes to a 3 of wands in the distance, I see you. Whoever this is, I see you. I see you. What's after that? A wand wounded. And survey the second option. That's why they want to return. They want to come back to you with their world in their hand. Because they figure you was the world. Hierophant. They knew better, though. I can tell you that. They knew goddamn better with these 2 bald heads in the back of hair. Somebody was looking up to them. And they wanted you to look up to them, too. Magician. With spell work. Warlock. Crafting. Hoodoo, voodoo. Some kind of magician work with this mean night. Yeah, victory, too. Shallow one, too. When it comes to talking about this bitch here. Yeah, that's why they want to put shit to rust and hide this shit in shame. Something is shameful here. When it comes to a mature, you took the mature route. Somebody that was stubborn. Emma, you graduated from this. Emma fixing. Yeah, they fixing to tell me a lot about this secret they had going on a meme night. That's a lot. These memes, this is a meme deck. Okay, I just want to let you know. And that's what I'm reading from them memes, how they crashed out, how they was crying like a baby, how they was, because you was unbothered, because they was trying to play opportunist and lost. Now they ain't happy. They talking to somebody that's evil, like Maleficent. They got evil ways. Somebody that wants to be you. Every time she look in the mirror, she got a who's the fairest of them all type shit. But shit, some evil, toxic shit. I am. Some bitch that's delusional or diabolical, one of the two. Yeah, then somebody they married to, third party. Somebody married to the idea of being with this person. That's to tell you they got married secretly, probably. I got Nevada, so they could have went to the eloped. Yeah, that's their job. And they in imprisonment over this marriage because they ran away from you with a house. A house is not a home tonight. Is there? Somebody ain't happy in this house. And they might not even be in this home no more. with marriage. Let me see what the flow is. Tell me what's something flowing here when it comes to loss. There's a card in here that don't belong. I've seen this purple. Somebody was in their head about something though. Magician. They wanted you to be. They wanted you to be stuck to them, and somebody else wanted them to be stuck to them. The third, this whole witch, yeah, flow. So this is why this flow when it came to an opportunist blossom. They thought it was, but shit, the shit died out quick. Seek the truth. Now you're gonna find out why they so stubborn, and why they a baby. Why love is abound with them when it comes to this marriage. Yeah, and why they sitting up in an imprisonment, resting and retreating in a reverse. They don't want to be though. Now they want to come back to you house. They want to come back to you house. Heart chakra says, I'm in love with a stripper. And they said sadness and isolation got them longing for you. Kiss my ass with a straw. Child, why? Why, yo? Why? Because that's why you sitting here like this. You don't believe this motherfucker at all. You skeptical as they could get. She telling them, yeah, we're going to have all the stuff the kids like. He like, yeah, what kind of stuff kids like? Like what? Like popsicles, like chips. I don't like that. You got mud pies, cookies. You got rice porridge. You got juice and water out of the bag. If it ain't none of that shit, I don't want it. You know what I mean? Can't change him from what his environment is. Oh no, we got the better stuff. We got Doritos, we got Tostitos, we got hot cheese. Nah, he don't like none of that. He's skeptical. Like, nah. And you like, oh my God, I'm gonna get this kid. How I'm gonna get this earth angel? How I'm gonna get this chosen one to believe me? How? Oh my God, come on, man. Like, I told you to try to be slicker. They just couldn't come up with no way to come to you and tell you the truth. Like, they was trying to convince you. But then like when you didn't believe them no more, it was like, oh my fucking God. They like, I give up. Like, you know what I mean? I got a reason I give up. Like, shit. So then they went off sailing off with something or someone else. But see, they went off sailing off with somebody else. That's why they want to return. Because that shit, like, you see how it's frowning up his face? Like, you see that shit? Like, At first, he was out here being a dog. Like, yeah, we like dog. We got the wind blowing through our hair. Panting and shit. Like, out the window and shit. Like, but when they put him on the boat, that was a whole different course of another. You know what I mean? He ain't never rode the boat before. And it was like wind through his eyes. But then, like, when he got back home after the trip, he was like, yeah. It wasn't so fun. I really didn't like. I got sick on the way back. You know what I mean? I barfed a few times. You know what I mean? Even though the wind was blowing through my hair. I mean, you know, you know what I mean? It was enjoyable, but you know the waves, the movement, the motion back and forth. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed it. It wasn't like a car ride though. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I couldn't relax. The wind was a little bit much on me, take my breath away. You know what I mean? I lived through it to tell you, but I mean, wasn't good. You know what I mean? Like with Mega Night, the meme night. Yeah, I ain't mean to, you know what I mean, put us all through all this. But tonight I want to confess. But I don't see what they want to tell us. Like they came around all about all this shit. Not happy to see the council of being, if all beings is here. I gotta tell you, this council is all here. When they made the ark and he put all the animals on the boat. Look, somebody curving somebody. Two of cups. They curving some relationship they in. Two of wands, two of swords, two of cups. Yeah, they curving a situation. Something that they in when it comes to the hermit, the Hierophant here. They should have been an authority in the figure, in the strategy. But now they trying to curve with something that was abound. Talk about it. I'm here. I'm listening. Tell me why they sitting up here looking like this slick ass scrub. They could be looking disheveled from lack of sleep and stuff. They might be not kept here. Could have like a beard, looking like hair crazy. They could be looking skinny. They could be looking injured. Something is feeling lost. All right, yeah, it's a tower moment, definitely. Definitely a tower moment in reverse. Or they went through the tower moment, well, they on the other side of it. Nah, they still in it, curving some person, place, or thing, some communication. Yeah, when it comes to their heart being broke. Yeah, when it comes to mean night. This magician work didn't work. What they was manifesting didn't matter. The love that they was looking for in this marriage, they didn't get. Oh shit. Shit, hell no. Sick temperance in reverse. It wasn't a temperance. They poured into the wrong thing. Is what I said. The love wasn't abound. And they imprisoned about it too. Tell me about the seeking the truth. Tell me about the occupation and the message. What's the message? And why they stubborn? Yeah. Well, Eight of Swords says they blinded. They was acting like they was blinded to people's being naive and gullible. That's what that shit said. Tell me about Blossom and let you slip through their goddamn fingers. Look, that's what the shit say. Anything else? What it say? That says crossing after everybody who surrendered themselves. After they went to the third party, now they want to come back. Yeah, Three of Cups. Yeah, well, shit. It went from the 2 to the 3. But then they, you know what I mean? That was a commitment, a contract, or some contract that they were supposed to put a higher commitment to. But they turned their back and went to the third party. Now they want to come back to you with return, with an open heart, receptive, and hoping that you will with your empathy, because you know that you've always done it so in the past. You know, you've been so empathetic with this heart on the creek, on the ring here, on the rope. So they thought you was gonna have your heart on this rope a long time. Tell me about some more of this stuff. I'm burping this shit up. They said this is a hiccup. Nope, it wasn't. Yeah, you Princess of Pentacles, like you said, well, they could keep their little offer, really. You offered to somebody else anyway, because that's the way it's showing me. It's like they turned around. I mean, that's because you learned this, graduated from something her. That's why something that was wounding you or made you feel hurt or something like her. Like, you see how this came in her. You know what I mean? Wounded. Blossom after something tried to wound you. And not only did that, because it was something that was supposed to have been a sacred union or a contract, but they offered to the third party, Three of Wands, and then surrendered to the third party and raised their with the move with a smooth move when it came to the Hierophant, because they knew that they should have been over there. They should have been in a better high authority figure than to go tramp around with some third party. Rest and retreat and embarrassing you or making you look and probably putting your name through the mud here is what I gotta say, because that's why the imprisonment with the key and they in there with the mouse. So they in there with the rat holes and rat bitches or hood rats. And yeah, this gotta be an ex of yours, because X is on the top of the table. And then changed or transition. They changed up on you real fast with Magician her. Exhausted. Now they tired of the shit. Whatever they chose with the council of all beings is here. And they broken, well, heartbroken, shattered, and they destroyed. But they try to put a delay to you, but they destroyed themselves in the process. They put an end to you, really. They was trying to put an end to you with rest and reconsider, but that came in reverse. In some kind of house. They was trying to make you lose your house too. Yeah, crossing that shit with message of concern. They may come to your house too. Somebody that wanted you to be under their control. But they was controlling other people too, though. You see these two bald head people that's looking up to this Hierophant? They wanted you to look up to them too. Sitting there with their backpack. Somebody could be sitting alone, sitting by themselves, resting and retreating, or resting and reconsidering how they treated you here. But it's only a temporary resting and retreating here, I gotta tell you. Because they're always set up for this victory. I don't know if you can see that victory I got there. That's a victory that they're always winning for, gunning for. Her name. Sean or Siobhan, Yolanda and Tim, Juan and Carlos, Jerry, Jermaine, Jaquan, Quan, Shamir, Tamir, Jalen, Wasam, Habib, Muhammad, so we got Three of Wands, somebody that I wanted this third party, and they thought they was going to be a distinguished person to that person playing boss daddy or playing something that they wasn't, because they was trying to act stable here to a third party, because they surveyed and they offered to this woman, or this woman offered to them, and he tried to play That they didn't know you or didn't blossom. What's the blossom? Knight of Wands. Somebody that they was sleeping with, with no strings attached. Seeking the truth. Tell me some more about this. In class. This is some immature energy. Somebody sitting here with the gossip, rumors. Sitting here piping hot tea here. And some shocking news is coming in too. When it comes to a love that is abound. That's in temperance in reverse. Vulnerable and lost. That's the truth. Burdening them. Burden. Pressure. Some woman is pressuring them. Is she's carrying this burden now? Huh? Tell me about it. On the Two of Wands. Who is you? Who is this? Two of... Ten of Pentacles. You abundant on your own. Stable. What's this Hierophant? To the message of concern. They don't want you that way because they sick about that. They lost and sick. And everybody in the background, them motherfuckers that they was pointing the finger to you before to, is now sitting here sipping tea on their ass right now. Look. Announce our most exclusive offer just for you. Look. That tower mark hitting harder than mother for right now. Look at this four of Pentacles. See, that's supposed to be the Four of Pentacles would have been them holding on to you way too tight, right? But they lost their grip here, and you blocked them out. Or Nine of Wands said they became somebody that was a battle to you. They was like a spiritual battle, a physical battle, DV battle. This is a battle of the sexes, battle of the minds, battle of two folks. It's a battle. Battle. And then they sit here with resting and reconsideration, but that's in reverse. Now they wishing that they hadn't battled with you. Now they wishing that they didn't come against you. And then they wishing that they never put another bitch to make them turn their back on you here with this burden here. That's why she's saying, well, she got this burden now because you blocked this person out. This person turned their backs on you. Now they want to turn back to you because now whatever they was trying to convince somebody else of ain't so convincing. They can't convince that person who they are because the person sees right through them. So that facade it's blown. That cover is blown with exhaustion. That's why they're so tired. That's why they're so exhausted from this depletion, from draining themselves with all these one night stands and booty calls and hookups and this ones and hotel stays and giving their money out and running it out, running themselves to ragged, just trying to chase a thrill. And that should have done, look, now, because you sitting here Four of Cups, resting and balance in this energy, and yourself with your own pinnacle above you, because you were you was the offer. This is what they didn't want. The Four of Cups, they didn't want to offer. They didn't want to take this offer from the divine that they offered you. Them. You was offered to them. And they said no. So now it's a battle of their mind because they can't rest and reconsider her. Yeah, Nine of Swords. They didn't communicate the truth to you. That's what that said. And now the Hierophant and then the Seven of Pentacles said I thought about it. They ideal eyes telling you something. But every time they thought about what to tell you, it just didn't make sense because everything that you had already said with the Hierophant, with knowing the truth, and with the High Priestess of all Nova with activation her, you already knew the truth. You knew that the person either had went with another person. That's the T right there. Well, then, why was you over there with that person if you were so in love with this person? And why did you run off with that person if you were so in love with that person? And vice versa. Woman or man, man or woman, energy is fluid, time is an illusion. Because that's why they lost here. And announcing our most exclusive offer just for you. This was all to put on. This is all for you. In my Janet Jackson voice. It was all to put on for you. It wasn't never for something to be permanent. It was never to be permanent. It was for you to chase them. They had a warped sense of humor. They had a warped sense of entitlement. They had this warped sense of you love them more than they loved you. But they wanted you to believe that they loved you more than you loved them. Let's get it. Nine of Swords says, They sitting in it now right before they came to see by the third party. They sitting in it thinking about it. Underestimate, reconsider. That came in reverse because they didn't really want that to be the reality of it, but it was. And in some cases, I gotta say, somebody met a cis woman or a trans woman or somebody that portrayed herself to be a girl or played the role of a girl, but he had a ding-a-ling. That's that 9 episodes there. Yeah, peacocks. This was the competition. This is somebody that they're stressing their stuff for. This is somebody that they stabbed you in the back for being a player with the 7 of Swords here, and that's the truth. Sneaky ways here. Very sneaky. Competition. It's a complete... This person was a complete idiot. Whoever this person is. The way they thought about this shallow victory there. Some ex, some old spark. Yeah. Somebody that juggled you and a third party up there. Now they are exhausted. Yeah, well, look. Now they wanted y'all. Oh, both. They wanted you both. But then when you let go, like here. Now they want to offer. Nah, it's too late. They didn't saturated themselves with demons. It's no way. It's no way. This is why this is a funeral. Okay. So this is why this is a funeral. But I'm going to pull a little bit more on the house. Let's see what this house says. I'm going to pull out the deviant. What's his plans? What's their plans now? That you are no longer participating in this charade, this facade, this, bullshit. Let's talk about the 2 of Cups, this union. They wanted y'all to be in they wanted you to be in this situation because they was in love with the 2 of you. That's what I hear. They wanted y'all like a poly situation, but they didn't never tell you though. Hearts. Somebody was in a cloud of judgment. Somebody that hooked up with photo proof. Somebody that's a taboo, something that they didn't speak about when it came to that. I don't purchase damaged goods. I adopt rescues. And somebody wanted to be rescued from this third party. And they thought you was going to be able to rescue them and be a saving grace. When they got tired of that person, you come over and spend time with you. And lovebirds, yeah. That's how they wanted you to be. Y'all want to be lovebirds, but when you responded differently, no response is a response, and it's a powerful one. Remember that. The response that you gave them was silence. Silence! Silence, you peasant! Yeah, silence. That love was deadened. Right here. Somebody that wanted to be a rock star. Thought they was the man. I'm the man, girlfriend. Yeah, nah. Joke's on you. Treat me like a joke and I'll leave you like it's funny. Yes, that's right. Yes, that's right. Hooked up with photo proof. It was taboo. It was taboo because they didn't talk about it, boo. Okay, so they went down in Booville. Hanging out with God knows whoville. You know what I mean? Who? Oh, okay. Bitches that eat onions. Like the fucking Grinch. Yeah, bitches like that. And I'm wrong with onions, but at the same time, we make an analogy. Bitch, you eat onions. Twinkle, twinkle, little snitch. Mind your business, little bitch. Yeah, so this is who they was rolling around in the ball with. Okay? And it's also, this was doing epic shit. They was doing big shit with this hoe. You know what I mean? Like a pig getting cash cows. Bitches was cashing in off this lame simp. Okay? This bum. You know what I mean? If they could see through his facade or her facade. You know what I mean? Sex and trafficking. 14 and 17. Young and immature. Type shit. People's doing jaw spells on them. Holding their mind. Holding their heart. Holding their ass. Holding their dinglings in jars. They like the idea of having you, but lack the maturity to handle you. So they couldn't handle you with the fireflies in. You firefly, you was too bright, you was too glimmery, and you was too hard to deal with. They couldn't even make earrings out of you, firefly. So they had to put this flame. Spreading rumors was what they could do. That's all. That's why this shit was piping out. Now everybody's sitting there shocked. Like, ooh, damn. Some motherfucker got eggs on their face. Look at that. Buck teeth, baby. Like, oh, they looking side-eyeing your motherfucking asses now. Yep. And he like, yeah, everything cool. Yeah, everything cool. That's that same stubborn person right here when they had their arms folded like that. I told you, meme tonight is saying, look, you know what I mean? Everything cool. But behind closed doors, they crashing. And they crashing out when it comes to this meme night. You know what I mean? They crashing all the way out. Look at that. I told you, every time they look in the mirror, right? And they got it like damn, like what the fuck? Somebody's name could start with N. Like EWCAM. Somebody could be using Starboys or whatever. Roiding out, juicing, Jack and juice, or whatever they call that shit when you use steroids and lift weights. Somebody could do like synthetic, like what's that shit called? I can't think right now. It's like what's that shit when you speed and like adrenaline boosters or enhancers. Somebody could got their tooth pulled out or get knocked out. Somebody could be under some kind of heavy drugs to make them go crazy or make them feel like they like retarded strong. That's what I'm hearing. Under exhaustion, long journey, crashing out, match. Let's see. They done found a match though. They done make they when it comes to this hood rats, some bum bitches, hoe bitches, street hoes. Rise up to meet me. These bitches gonna make them bow down and lay down, motherfucker. That's what the type of shit they on. Bow down and lay down. Even the little young trafficking bitches is they pay up or way up, motherfucker. One of the two. Or get stuck up. One of the two. Yeah, lady, because I'm a lady. Yeah, you got men in dresses out here. And shit. Chicks with dicks and all that shit out here. Ladybug, insecurities. Because they got some shit, secret shit that you don't know nothing about that they intertwine in with this, all this crashing out shit. That's some other intertwine. See, I told you, see, like this here. See, I told you, they got over there, but just because they chose to go over there doesn't mean that the shit was happy for them. Okay, look how they looking. Look, every picture shows how they look. You know what I mean? Every picture. They open their heart to the wrong fucking people. And look, and now look at the shit. Look at the shit. They make it pretend that shit is all good. But underneath it all, look, they was stubborn to the shit. And look, this is when they was being stubborn to the shit. That was matching that energy. That there. That's stubborn. And then when you go behind closed door, they look in the mirror like, oh my fucking, they crashing the fuck out, right? Then, these go together too. Under the mean night. You know what I mean? Now, this is to save face. This is how we saving our face. Still smiling through it, right? Get and make it pretend like everything is okay. Thumbs up, right? But crashing out all the while. Yeah. Insecurities. These are insecurities. I respect those that tell the truth, no matter how hard it is. Integrity is everything. Somebody had the lack of integrity and lack of morals. Somebody nasty, stick they ding-a-ling in one person, bring it out and put it in somebody else. If not, do it with all of them at the same time. 6 of them. I see you trying to heal. I'm rooting for you. Don't quit, butterfly, because you changed up on them. And they never thought that this change would ever. That's why they sitting here side-eyeing you like that. Love yourself first and self-love. Black heart. They don't like that at all. Corrupted. They like, bitch, who gave you the goddamn right to have a sense to love your damn self instead of going down on me? Oh, you low life. I'm generally miserable, and they wanted you to be just like them. Misery love company, sexually confused. Why you don't want they sex? Why you don't want to play with them? And that's just making them really crash out right there too, because I dropped right over top of them crashing out in the car. Sex, y'all must have had sex in the car, wanted you to be sex or something like that in a good time. But this is no good time no more. They sexually confused between you and others. They don't like you, but they still find the time to watch everything you do when it comes to the 6. See, that's the 6 right there and the 6 right there. 666 might resonate. They got to reflect this energy on who they juggled you with exhaustion. And who they not happy with, right? Longing. Why they sitting over there with whoever they with longing for you under the council of all beings. You know what I mean? They went over here on this art trying to put something together that was already created centuries ago. Homeless, sexual, only, nothing to offer. The one. That's the one they wanted to fuck with. Just number one, they wanted to just have sex with you. Incest. Could have been somebody in a family or a group. Yeah, that's how they cooking this shit up. You know what I mean? Family. They wanted to give you a family, give you a baby, keep you trapped, keep you stuck, match. So redemption. Now they sorry. Okay? Now they want to come back on the hike. From wherever they hike their ass to. Now they want to hike their ass back with return to sender. They tell them go back where they went to. And also with that black magic, they send whoever sending these hate spells and death spells and fucking keep them away from these spells and putting that shit in jars and holding their mind and holding their heart and putting their shit in the freezer and freezer spells in jars and putting their toenails in there with them, their eye hair from their hairbrush and fucking nut I just heard from they dingling that they held in their mouth and put in a jar. Like, I don't even fucking know. Under taboo and sutra. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. No expression, impression, not taking the bait. So you didn't, the two didn't take the bait. So who they thought you was, you didn't take the shit. Yeah, and guess what else? When it comes to this, turn your, okay, so lustful, sexual. They were lusting after third parties. And so they, people that like to raise up to meet me. And that's what you made this person do, raise up. Somebody might need to see a doctor here. With the doctor here, the trash gets picked up tomorrow. Be ready. So trash goes out tonight. Or whenever it went out, it went out. Alligator. So this miserable SOB wanted you to be miserable with them. Looking in the mirror, wondering who's staring back. And I told you this is who the hell staring back. Where the hell did he go? Where the hell did the damn thing grow? I told you this is who the hell standing there staring back. Shit. Y'all thought this person was having a good damn time wherever they went off to? Absolutely fucking not. They effed out and found out now. Messed around and found out. Where you go? I lost him. Shit, not only crashing out right there, but they've been crashing out for a while now. Like, I told you, when you didn't believe what they had to say, and when you didn't let them give you round and round again, and take that cycle back again, and then when you didn't let their misery be your company, and you was the butterfly, you transformed with change here, or you had some kind of spiritual awakening, that's when they got them aha moment. We're like, damn, that's the realization, like, she's gone. Yeah, kissy all over down, they want to kiss you. That's a lesson I really don't need to learn anymore. Like, they know not to hurt you no fucking more. They know not to fucking play with you play on your time, but they didn't. They still would. Like, so don't even take that shit for face value, because that person will still play in your face, regardless to what they say. Oh, I know not to play with that person no more, but, like, that's why they say, the trash gets picked up tomorrow, be ready, because, like, the doctor's like, this is like Dr. Jekyll. So, like, you done met, they introduced you to the doctor. Okay, I'm the love doctor. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know, 50 Cent sing that song. I don't know. He the love doctor, but then after he become the love doctor, then he gonna come into Dr. Jekyll and his goddamn hide, and you don't know, he gonna hide something from you. He gonna have secrets about this, and like, you just don't have time for that. What obsession, and these still jar spells about what they're obsessed about. They just keeping that clothes in a jar. Told you somewhere somebody got their spells, fucking frog hair from his ass, and some transgender. That's a secret. Not even fucking with F woman or man, man or woman. Gay for pay, gay for play with that gay sex there with octopus. They go all the way with that. Detachment. They detach you because of that too. Ooh, that's a little wishy-washy for you. Yeah, that's why they became a little wishy-washy. They could have been having gay partners. They could have been promiscuous because of drugs or alcohol or some kind of sex fix. People don't cheat. Yep, what that say? Because of choice. They cheat because they can, or because they want to. Yeah, must have a little curve. Yeah, they was doing it. The seahorse says this they want somebody else to carry this weight too. They didn't want this just weight to be on them. But the weight was what brought the wagon when it came to, the exhaustion. Yeah. Keeping it secret is what's the exhaustion, I gotta tell you that. When a bitch tries everything to make you mad, at least you tried, bitch. Yeah, they tried to make you mad. They tried to get you jealous with the heart. They tried to play with your heart. They tried to juggle your heart. And they tried to, hurt your heart at that point, but only hurt themselves. With the chef here. Apology accepted, trust is denied. So you don't trust this person because they cook up all kind of fucking cookies that's probably poison. Yup, that's poison cookies. You know what I mean? When it comes to, it takes patience to listen. It takes skills to pretend you're listening. So that's all they did when it came to this love. Pretend that they was listening to your heart, listening to your how much love you wanted, how you wanted to put love together and be in love and be in a loving relationship with a connection with the Three of Pentacles here or Three of Cups here. That's 11 says that was supposed to be your person, but they picked the two and not the one, and the one that walked away is the one that got away. You know what I mean? When it comes to greedy, going above and beyond what is expected or necessary, often in excessive creed or discreet, or just they wasn't discreet about this at all. And if I pop up in a relationship, mind your business. You didn't want me type of leapfrog, so they was leaping into different relationships. When it came to marry, go barf, somebody didn't like. They got sick of it, sick of going around and around with a different person. Now they can't be. Now somebody ain't accepting their apologies. Something about forced pressure. Somebody's pressured thirst traps. They thought these pressure other people was pressuring them to be in relationships or some sex trap or thirst trap. How could you? Because they betrayed you. So how could you betray me? Somebody's asking for her, or you be asking, how could they betray me for that or this or the other, this and that? Why? Fireflies again, clouded judgment you couldn't understand. Wasn't for you to understand, blah, blah, blah. Shut up. They didn't want you to know. Aborted the situation, aborted the fantasy, with you still stuck in it with two in your sea and two in your underwear because they was in love with two people. They was living a double life with deep throat. Somebody could give them head real good. That made them transform. They had some other monkey business going on, and they easy MF just took the bait when it comes to, like Cardi say, they outside. These dudes is way too easy, right? Under game change, that just changed their mind about the person, and that's why these became shallow victories. This is why this person thought they was winning, because these was only shallow victories. Not knowing where you stand in someone's life is emotional torture. You don't deserve that. Stop settling. Transform. Believe in yourself. Deep throat. Somebody else was giving them blowjobs. Shared fantasy. Left you stuck in a fantasy when they was over here having gay sex with somebody. Person, place, or thing. That's the match. Okay? Somebody could be a Cancer. This is a match. Two and they see and under judgment about being in love with two people. And that's under spiritual awakening. When it came to, this is a lesson that they didn't need to learn again. Exactly. Mary go bark. They have made them sick. Blah, blah, blah. You ain't want to hear nothing they had to say because you went silent. An astronaut. You took flight. Took off. Transform. Not knowing where you stand. That's when they didn't know where they stood with you. And now here they black heart, and no, because you felt like this person had a black heart and it was a corrupt soul. Here, lost. They figured they went to the easy bitch. It was Brokeback Mountain. They went broke with this easy bitch too, as well. Not only did they go broke with it, because this could be a cis person, somebody transgender that went broke. Somebody could have robbed them. Somebody could have threatened to rob them. Somebody could have just gave their money because they were scared of them. Leapfrog. Somebody that they leaped into, multiple sex partners, found themselves in a sex slave situation with a person, busy under if you ain't about it, someone else will be, under LOL, no pressure, love. So somebody made them feel like, oh, you ain't about me and taking care of me and using this whole money as an object thing. Like, then it ain't, you know what I mean? If you ain't want, somebody else will type shit. Shit, busy. This bitch, if you ain't fucking me tonight, somebody else will. There's somebody that they bonded to, seahorse, that was making them carry some kind of burden. Could be taking care of somebody else's kids. Dang. But the trash takes itself. The trash picks up tomorrow, regardless to who pointing the finger right now. Somebody sitting here with some shit sealed that they don't want you to know under cloud of judgment. Pretending. Now, again, pretending to be happy here. And also pretending nothing ain't sealed either. But they running though like a chicken with their head cut off. And also this dog ain't happy about where they at right now. This dog is thirsty. It was thirst trapping before. But now the game changed here with the game changer. Shit, everything ain't King Dingling ain't King Dingling no more. You see it's in reverse. And everything sex and semen, they is now the being used as a dirty rag. Right. Under control and manipulative and disturbed karmic. Now, this is some shit they walked away. They should have walked away from in the beginning. But 10 says this is where the deception and the betrayal came in here. On the shared fantasy, you wanted to be. You thought I was so sexy online. You wanted to come meet my ass. Yeah, I'm Ted, bitch. Yeah, that type shit. Like, yup, type shit. Call. I'm cut from a different cloth. I wear men's drawers, and they don't make that fabric anymore. Yeah, somebody fell for the okie doke here on this one. You remind me of a penny, two-faced and not much work and not worth much. Yeah, they didn't see a cent about this person. They couldn't see through the fog when they thought love was when they was love bombing somebody. Yeah, they you knew they wasn't worth a cent, but you gave them the benefit of the doubt. Is what I just heard. But guess what? You ain't gotta worry about it, cause guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Look. Every time I lower my frequency, because they lowered their frequency for some, ooh, right here. I'm going to tell you something. They fell for the okey doke right there. They was almost like they met Wanda. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know reflections of that. Yeah, it's coming right in. Who they rolled around with, who every time they lowered their frequency for someone, they ended up paying for it. And damn if they didn't pay for it. They lost you. They look like a stupid simp. They lost their money. Look, you don't have to sacrifice who you are to be worthy of love. Yep, they sacrificed themselves because they wasn't worthy of. They thought they wasn't. That's their own insecurity stuff. Flaky and wishy-washy. I told you they couldn't be themselves. They didn't know who the hell they was going to be. Who the hell was going to be if they didn't know who they was. Lost. They said lost. Let's see what the reality is. Clarify some of this stuff. Why they thought they wasn't worth a cent. Why? Seek the truth. Tell me about it. Under occupation. Why they work so hard on this situation to take you out, take you down? What's the message here? Tell me about that. Why they got this hard on this envelope and make other people's work so hard when time's up? Act now. The rite of passage is here. Quiet reflection. They sitting back, reconsidering their actions. Here's what I see. Now the time's up, and somebody carrying a burden here. They worked hard to fuck you over here. I gotta tell you that. They worked real hard to fuck you over and fuck their own damn self. Excuse my language, y'all. This is why they want me to rescue. They need help to get out of this shit. But the shit, the reflection that they see, they can't get out by themselves. No way. Love they maze. It's this maze they put themselves in. The greener grass and the faded glory. Hell to the fuck no. Under purifying the pain, they can't purify this. No, you know why? I gotta tell you why. Because the interwoven story that they lied and told all these people all these lies and stuff, and talking about the soul's rebirth, how they can't rebuild their soul from after all these big lies they told, as well as the symbol of release. You let them go. You saw the sign and you got rid of their ass like fucking bad habit. Okay, you got rid of their ass like a bad habit. Okay, quiet and release their ass in silence. Somebody could have went silent and ain't heard from that motherfucker from high to head. But it with a message. Message? You ain't fucking around. That's what that said. Tell me something about this. They shattered though. They heartbroken about it. But guess what? They caused this. They caused every reaction for whatever reaction they was trying to get from you. They got the opposite of what they was looking for here. Mistake. They wish they didn't ever do that. Now that you heal, they want a second chance. They want to roll the dice, but that's why they cannot. Because that's a finality. That's over. It's ended. Done. Finito. It's done. You wanted to do it in a Nito way. Now it's the finito way. Finish. Now they longing, though. You know what I mean? Longing, stressing, and now look, it's shocking that you abandoned their ass now. They figuring like, damn, they big dumb ass pride is mad as hell that they fucked this up. Chasing some thrill. Distant. That they put distance between you and them, and they confused. I can confuse though that you resisting them and bluffing because they wore a mask. That love that they was giving you was fake. You found out it was fake. All this facade, the bonding that you did, laying up with each other, kissing, holding, touching, just fake. Just taking your love, stealing it like a robber. The vampire energy, shallow energy. It was just shallow. They didn't care. They wasn't there for love. They was there for fucking sex. Okay, sex me crazy. Okay, somebody could wear Adidas all day. I dream about sex. Somebody this was like how beautiful you was. They were real shallow. You know what I mean? It's only on looks and shit like that. But they regret it now because they gave you a dirty offer. But they got boundaries. Now that you got boundaries, and now they could just sit here, like sitting back, chilling, like thinking about you and the foundation that you guys could have had. That shit is blowing their fucking mind right now. Hey, it's blowing their mind with this quiet reflection. That shit is blowing their mind right now. What they could have had, but they took the zonk. Oh, let's make a deal. And you pick curtain number 3, and you get the zonk. Yeah, they got the zonk. Yeah, they got this on rules with wisdom in reverse, adapt to thrive. Yeah, they went to now they went over there to the third party, and now they want to come back with a second chance, adapt to perish though, or regal destiny. You let that go. You let the regal destiny go for the motherfucking mouse turds that you took. Okay, you wanted them mouse droppings. Rolling around this mouse droppings here. Every time I lower my frequency to meet someone on their level, I end up paying for it, and that's the mistake. Chance. They lost out because they chose the third party. If they would chose you, they would have been winning. They would have healed. They wouldn't have been whatever, and they just didn't want that to be. Look, that shit, they put you up in the air. Shit, that was where they had to perish right there when they let you go. That's where the parish took place. Now what they adapted to then? If they perished when they let you go, then what happened? I talk about it. Shit, they crazy as hell. Yep. Now they want to come back and offer you a cup, but all in armor though, because they so wounded and broke up and hurt and shattered. Yeah. Now look, 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands. They want to come and give you some dangling or some pee. Shit. Look, and they already did for the grave for themselves. A 4 of Swords, resting and retreating. That's why they laid back trying to figure out how they can come back. Second chance with a rule with wisdom. You're a lion. They may come back for your birthday, Leo, if it's you. And this is the King of Wands to show you they want to have sex with you. Under destiny, I'm your lover, I'm your pusher, I'm your brother, I'm your... Yeah, they want to come back and tell you a bunch of, I'm yours. I'm yours. How much I'm yours, you ain't. Yeah, they looking back, Empress. This is strategy, though, baby girl. Play your move, though, because this person, it's a no. Tell this person you ain't a revolving door. And then you just don't fucking want to play the game. It's a finale for you. Tell them it's done. Tell them it's over. It's over now. Yeah, King of Cups say you want to come give you some emotions. They're emotional for you. I want to tell you how hurt I am. You don't want to hear how hurt they is. Tell them go lick their wounds with the bitch they cut you off for with the swords here. Tell them go cut. Tell them this actress or actor. Tell them to go cut their sword off whoever they rushed off to be with. Under multiple partners up there and aboard the fantasy or the shared fantasy and let them hanging and go back and entertain it when they get ready. Yeah, look at that. Queen of Cups. They want to come back and offer to you, Queen. They got this cup here, but I don't got shit in it. Put green ivory around it. Yeah, nah, but conflict. Going to give you a cup of conflict. There you go. That's your conflict right there. People going to be fighting over their dinglings. People that think they're in a relationship. They got 2 minds. They duality. Shit, please. Hell to the no. They don't even know who the hell they is. They don't know from one foot to the next, they don't know. Yeah, now they try to step on you, try to get you under their foot again. And that's the damn truth. And they can't get next to you, though. I got to tell you that. This person got a dirty offer, can't get next to you, baby. They can't get next to you, baby. No, they can't get that no, because they got the same shit, different day shit going. Hell no, thief for your goddamn love, vampire energy. Some motherfucker that just want to hook up or got hooked up with somebody. And you say it's a no for me, dog. And especially if they brokey. Better keep his ass right where the fuck they been at. 4 cups, resting and retreating. Holding on head and heart. Wow. You balance, though. This person afraid of who you become. With finality here, like you cut this person off, they are fearful. For good. Yeah, and look, this clown is clowning, boy. Under mass reality, that master slip, boy. They trying to slip back into your life, but they can't. This facade of laughter ain't laughing. Ain't nobody laughing now. Remember they was laughing? Remember they was smiling to keep the same face? Yeah, nah. They didn't put that green of the grass, made them leave farewell to you, though. Hell no, they ain't liking that shit at all. No, they watching you, though. Resist the easy road. They couldn't resist it, so deceptive. They go to the deceptive route, the deceptive direction. Not all points forward leads to the progress of discernment is key. Yeah, well, they didn't have discernment. They just rushed in, be both feet in. Yep. Deep and submerged. Surface tension is on the surface of this shit. That this done wore these skates out, boy. They done wearing this time. They done wore this subject out. You hear me? This is a dead subject. This is a worn path. They done just. It ain't just been with you. It's been time before you. They done gave this dirty offer to people multiple times, and they ran this game multiple times, and Spirit just said, we just gonna lay that shit to rest now. You know what I mean? We didn't caught on now. We didn't see the motherfucking veil. We the veiled truth. What the rest here put somebody to rest. Now they shameful of the shit they put you through. But I gotta say, Divine Feminine, they definitely shameful of the shit they put you, stealing your love. They got memories of you, fond memories too, I gotta say. And now that you're sitting there, and now that you ain't thinking about them, and you just living in the moment with your spiritual gifts, with discernment, and they and their feelings about backstabbing you. You see that feelings, and no being no strings attached with you. They really we hate that they caused this spiritual war between you and them. Nine of Wands, wounded warrior, made you feel wounded by them, backstabbed, decepted, mind games, but they and no strings attached, and put you in a karmic tie, and had a love child on you with another person, and they tried to play the shit cool, and all you was the jackpot all the while because they thought you was old. You was an old bitch with money. That's what they thought, or they was just a squirrel trying to get a nut, but that's all, because they considered you like a MILF. Yeah, it's just like a fool, a dog. This person was trying to dog you for some money or something, and now they just feel like they under pressure. But you called on to it with the spiritual gift. You was too smart for that shit. And now you sitting here in Queen Bee energy here, while that motherfuckers is sitting in too late energy. So. So they ran out of time. They ran out of decisions. They submerged themselves in something that they should have saw the truth in when it came to reflections. Queen B, they see you. Some kind of work fair or place affair. They tried to say that you was having a workplace affair. But they said that's why y'all was hot and cold. It was like a love-hate. Something about you called the police on them. That's why they started to hate you. You might have had some DV issue. I told you. They was fighting something here. Trickster energy. Faith, like this don't even belong here. Okay, that don't even belong. That's refined focus. You changed up the sharp perspective when it comes to a broken heart. They should have looked deep before they started doing all this shit. Legal matters, they got some big something to do with legal here. Feeling like shit that they caused all this shit, right? Some kind of side hustle and turning your back on them. They want to come in and pop the question, but they want to ask you something too. But they feel like you'll reject them and you're too busy, and you ended this cycle when it comes to a finality here. They sorry though. They massive regrets that you said, now that you said goodbye, because they was being shady and drinking, being a Jezebel or with a Jezebel. And that's the true situation of somebody that faked about having a baby too. And now they feel like, and she could be psycho, him or her, doing witchcraft. That's how psycho they are, really, to be honest with you. Somebody that they was drinking with, somebody that they had to learn a lesson with twin flame here. Somebody that they had a cycle with romance, and it was short-lived. Somebody that they secluded themselves with when it came to toxic. Somebody that wanted, they should have said goodbye, but they didn't. They fake busy with you, sweet talked them, watched you from a secret account, played the jackass, kept secrets, and bumped heads again. Now they got a less message of love, that you was always Queen Bee, and that they left you hanging, and now you happily single, and they too late and hot and cold. And now that you love yourself, this is all being illuminated, that they fucked up over you, and they fed up with this marriage and this family, and moving on wasn't the thing to fuck to do, because they love you and they feel like you got them blocked, and they wish that you would like reconsider your feelings about them. Like, this is just a cycle that's gonna go back and forth. It's bad news that you won't take them back, but the spiritual chaos that they got created in the background that you can't see got their head on a swivel, and this storm is piping hot when it comes to this firestorm. Some reckless sex is involved, and they trapped in a love triangle with some multiple people here. It's always going to be my way or the highway with them, and they got some bad business deals going when it comes to this hustling, some kind of hustling they doing, side hustle. They got bad credit in that, and they could be owning the long shot. They could take street credit or something like that. But even with bad credit and street credit, that's some bad GPS somewhere they traveled off to, somewhere just trying to cope, somewhere where there's a karmic lesson to learn here. They losing sleep, ain't having sleep, shocking news, something might happen tragic to them. When it comes to an affair, somebody that they was networking with, when it comes to a thug and them running into some romantic cycle and running away from it or running toward it, when it comes to a divine masculine getting messages on you about missing you and mirroring y'all energy and having a sixth edition that they want to get rid of and come back and have a cycle with you, but they praying that you'll take them back, but you've rejected them and ended the cycle, and they in this side hustle with this other third party and turning their back didn't turn out the way they want, and they want to ask you, like, is you seeing somebody else? Is you in a relationship with somebody else? Because they feel like a complete jackass about it, and for saying goodbye and being a trickster. They do see the ironies of their ways here, though. I want to tell you they do see that. But this Jezebel demonic energy that they are under pressure with, legal issues, got them, being under judgment, literal, figurative, and metaphorically speaking, because they wanted a shallow victory. So talk about this Jezebel and this goodbye. So they holding on to the Jezebel. This world is going around and feeding them in whatever sexual whatever running with this person, whoever they running with. Okay, this is some salamander energy, so it's a reptilian energy. I gotta tell you, somebody is under karmic debt. It could be 7 years, 10 years. It could be a long time while this person in process this karmic lesson. So as long as they are running in this energy, they will run this wheel round and round, okay, with the swords until they come in with the truth. And the truth shall set them free here under the King of Swords. And that's going to be the strength that will change the transition of what happens, the communication that you have. Till then, it will always be a deception. This person will always be looked at as deceptive. This person is a materialistic person with the Ace of Pentacles here, and that's another truth there with the true colors here. This person is very much hung up, and that turned their back on you. And this is also in another relationship. That's the third party that they're celebrating, and they're spiritually right now with spiritual awakening being judged for that contract that they cut you off for, or had cutting words, or let somebody else cut you down or cut you off for in this energy. And now they want to come in with this fishy ass offer. It's a fucking no. Stay they pull ass out in the cold, or whatever this is gonna be, destitute energy. They want to rush in with some sex, with the ideal of it though, and knowing that they voted off to something or a family dynamic and juggled you in the process. Okay, so this Hierophant was not an authority figure. He now states that love is running over, but it's poured out is what it is. Yeah, they're blinded really to the truth, and that's also a dismissive or disassociative energy here, where they choose to be blinded because there's band-aids, there's dental floss, and those are sandwich picks holding them in this position, and it's not holding them by much. And that's the truth. This person chose to play broke, to get rich, like a get rich scheme, Ponzi scheme, scams, daydreaming, thinking of you, cloudy judgment, delusions. This person stays in a fog of delusions of shared fantasy, board shared fantasy, and illusions, isolations in thought, rejected, feeling alone. That you was a nurturing thing to them, mentor. You gave them a peace and let them be themselves. Gave them a bright future, which they thought they could get everywhere. But it wasn't so. So this possibilities of following other people's led them to this path of self-destruction here under believing yourself, but they believed in others before they believed in themselves through lust and greed and inconsiderate ways. When it comes to many, by any means necessary, they would do things by any means necessary. When it comes to karmics, when it comes to third parties, haters, and the lessons that they needed to learn here. And this is a way that's going back. This is what makes it, and some legal issues that they got going on now too. Something that's really powerful. 2, 3, 4 times the legal issues came out. So yeah, legal issues here, criminal paternity, child support, traffic tickets, divorce, property, lawyers, paperwork, court, restraining orders, breaking and entering, theft, putting bleach on your clothes, setting your shit on fire, all kind of weird shit they do. That shit, just that flaky shit they do. When love is real, it doesn't cheat, pretend, hurt you, or make you feel unwanted. Wish them the best and move on. If he was the right one, he would have showed you. Yeah, they was kissing all over some other fish because that shit was fishy. When it comes to the funny thing is when people don't um disrespect you, you start calling they start calling you difficult and low tolerance and self. So they just see when you didn't let them walk all over you. So that's when you became difficult to them. Ride you like a roller coaster, a Peter Pan fantasy. This is also that fantasy too. There's another fantasy in here, Peter Pan. You know what I mean? They wanted you to just stay stuck in some kind of narrative that wasn't real. I told you there was a great actor when the Ace of Cups came in here, and they poured you out as one of the actresses, and then another lady come in a leading role with the Ace of Pentacles with paid money, sex worker. Okay, somebody that was a gold digger. You know what I mean? Yeah, somebody that they nesting with, or a bird bitch that they nesting with. They can eat their cereal, whatever it is, the kids' cereal. Somebody that they emotional fear, worried about. Then a distorted masculine energy, because they ain't the emperor. This is distorted energy. Yeah, too. Somebody in a third party juggling them with somebody else when it comes to the hung up. Why they hung up out of situation. Somebody that they resting and retreating from you or with, because you sitting here sitting here with this person that's loyal. That's not loyal though. That was you that was loyal. You sitting there isolated. That's what they sitting thinking about you while you isolate. While they isolate, they thinking about you, how loyal you was, and how you sat with that person. That's the truth. But they deny it with the Ace of Swords in reverse. They deny that though. That you were loyal. They deny that. They say that the Emperor says that they deny that. But they deny that they were gay too. Okay? They deny that. Emperor. You see this little flag on their arm? Closeted rainbow life? Yeah. They a little bit, yeah, they had tendencies to be promiscuous with men. That's what they couldn't tell you. Yep. Jonathan, they emotional. Jonathan says that that's the Knight of Cups. That's what they're emotional about. They couldn't tell you that their heart was open for men too. Shit. Active. Reflecting. Romance. Heart on his sleeve. Caring. Drag queen show. Story hour in New York. So somebody, that's the story hour they're going to tell you when it came to the acting. They, how he feels about them sleeping with men. Temperance. That they was pouring into another male relationship. That is, Ten of Wands, what they feel deceptive about. Because somebody might tell that about them. You might find out that they've been trashed by another cis person. Ooh, yes. The world. That's another fate. That's where that fate come in. That's the true colors. And it's the shock. It's real shocking though. And that's crying. Look. That bitch took them to school on that shit. That's where the motherfucker didn't graduate class. That's why they got to repeat whatever they got to repeat here. Shit, this was a game changer. Hey, shit, some woman in here about to tell that shit too. Look at that they love men. They don't want nobody to know that shit. That's why they quiet too. And they gonna want to apologize before it come out. And they might want to tell you themselves that they like men on the rest and consideration. Eight of Pentacles says they working on if they could pay you. If I give you money, will you say shh? So they might be taking bribes because of this shit here. Ooh. Well. 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 It's a deceptive path. Well, no. Well, they gonna take the money and still tell too. That's what I say. Wow. That they've been together. Clothing, different cultures, vastly different. Celebrates different. Two of Cups. Mix of music and masculine and feminine. Special union. Long, happy marriage together. Passion and riches. That's what they promised them. That was the idea. That's what they was working on. That was the idea of that was what that was going to be. Partners, different world stuff. That's why they sitting back. They thought that was that, and also thought that this third party was that too. Well, they had more fun. They celebrated with the third party because that's the Three of Cups. And you see, 2 minutes in the boat in the cup there, and she's dancing around it. But that's what they danced around you with. That they were interested in third parties, maybe even men that wore dresses and stuff like that. Nasty. Yeah, they submerged into it. Surface tension. That's on the surface. Yeah, they got the strength. They got to need the strength to tell you that too. Spirit gonna make them, but they feel wounded. Nine of Wands said they wounded about telling you that, and that's the goddamn truth with that style. That's grounded, because that's gonna ground some real reasons why this person act the way they act right here when they tell you that, and why they a deadbeat dad, and why they can't keep a relationship, and why they hate their mother, because it could be from their uncle, their father, somebody in their family that mama left them with, worried. Something that stems from a child that mama left them with somebody, or abandoned, the neglected energy. Shit. What? Page energy. Page of Swords, and that's a little bit of the truth. That's why they wounded a little bit. Four of Wands, and also they married to something, and married to it too. Married to how it feels, how it. They openly gay somewhere, like. Really know. They want to be together is what that says. This gay couple, or somebody wants to be with this person. Mother said, I've lived though. Your person could mess with a lot of it's like with this Paisley stuff, it's like so mixed up. It's a lot of different lovers. Oh my God. That they holding on to. And I told you this person was playing it cool here too. Seven of Pentacles. But they're unbalanced here. Judged. They feel judged. Even the thought of it being gay, it's called gay, it fucks them up. Even the thought of being called a gay man would fuck them up. So they won't tell that part. Yeah, nah, they'll stay with a woman, vote off to a woman before they tell that, because that will bruise their ego if others found out that they were gay. And for it to be called gay or make gay jokes or deceptive direction, because they went for something under the influence, clown, under a maze, and drew a line in the sand. They should have stopped it before it started, got to there so far. Talked about it with a professional. Jump back at me. Shit, that's the truth. Broke their goddamn heart. Yep. Justice. That you balanced the scale by walking away. Yep. And they couldn't, because they couldn't make a decision if they wanted to be with women or men. And that's another thing. High King of Swords. That's the truth. And that's a message of concern too. Eight of Wands. That's a message of concern. Major message. They got a lot of things about that there. Yep. That you walked away from the high honor, this or that. You couldn't pick with this or that. That's why the finality came here. Five of Swords. Player. I just need a hug. Please, mama. Why, mama? Yay, grandson, proud mom. Yeah, I'm proud he gay. It's okay. My son could be gay if he wants to. Or my daughter could be gay. But that's a fool's move. Because that's a dark path, too. Acceptance. Yeah, somebody might be couch surfing with somebody, glass half full or half empty when it comes to a luxury. You know what I mean? They could be sleeping with a man at their house, and that's their world right now. Five of Cups, and they crying over that, what they lost. Now they got to be with a man, and that's part of the truth. Okay. that they voted off back to a woman, and they feeling wounded about it. Okay? When it comes to a reflection, hermit, Queen of Wands, somebody they sleeping with, she don't know that they gay though. Or she might have a secret to tell. That's blackmail. She know. That's the one that's going to tell it. I told you they in the cup in front of her. So they was gay in front of a woman that got a secret of theirs. Fears of, yes. Oh, shit. Speak, spirit. Come on. Talking about fears. Yeah, they scared she going to tell something. Yeah. That's why they holding on to her head and heart and going and keeping a secret somewhere because somebody freedom, release. They scared to let go. That's in reverse, you see. That's the idea. That person might tell something about what they've been doing. They'll give them every fucking dollar they got and keep them from telling. And I mean, give them all the fucking money they got to keep from telling. And want you at the same damn time. And they play this scarcity tactic because they got this bruised ass ego. And that's the truth. Romantic affairs with third parties, multiple people, men, women, watching you from a fake account. They told a lot of lies here too. Crossroads. Some sorry. Frenemies. Silence. Him. Oh. Enemy. Yep. Renewed hope, but it ain't. Romantic feelings for you, but they got a big regret. Divine him. Divine masculine. Masculine, that's the distorted one though. They got a lot of legal issues. They're being judged by the spirit. Karma is at hand here. Heavy karma is at hand. They sorry though. They want to tell you they sorry. But, hey Jennifer. How are y'all guys today? I thank you for joining me. Yep. I thank you for joining me. So, they want you to get grounded in this energy because it's getting ready to get ugly for this person. The karma that's about to come in for this person, they could be living in Carson City, Nevada. Somebody could have went to Nevada to get married, elope. Oh, y'all, let me get some juice. I'm a little thirsty. Thirsty. I thank you for joining me, you guys. If you have any questions, please put them in the description so I can see them and answer them while we are live so you can get your message. If you would like to get your own message, please do. I get so many emails for your messages to come in. And if you would like to get yours, get on the list. Get on the list. 8/8 is the day I'm going to do 8/8/8. You can get your reading. So you can get a reading on 8/8 for $8.88. Yep, you can get, and I'm going to post that. So you can get on your readings. If you want to know going for your next season, what's going in, we're in retrograde until September. It might be even October. Shit. Don't get me wrong. But I know we're in retrograde, so those returns are coming in. So if you don't want your person, put your protection up, put your guard up. Because we are in retrograde. And folks is returning. Returning to sweet talk you. Returning to tell you they sorry. Returning to make you put these worn skates back on. I'm telling you. They got a lot of secrets. The octopus comes all the way out. Adapt to grace. They fell from it here. A shapeshifter. Yep. Sweet yet fragile. That's their ego. Because this gingerbread man here. Run, fast as you can. You can't catch me. Because why? I'm the gingerbread man. Why? Because they got all these romantic affairs going. Rip me out the plastic. I've been acting brand new. Yeah, that's the veil that they got caught up in. The veiled clarity. That's the truth now. Whatever they was going toward is now being exposed. When it comes to the oasis ahead. Because guess what? When they got over there and looked at that greener grass, the labyrinth maze that they had went to, oh, this is amazing. The endless horizon. Yeah, and they got over there and it was just a mirage. Yep, just a mirage. Look past the veil. They couldn't see past the veil. They couldn't see what was on the plastic. Do the plastic until they ripped the plastic off and saw that he had a dingaling. Transgender. I forgot it. I heard what that said. Real loud and clear. Sure did. And they gotta reflect that. Snail. Slow and steady to see that shit clear. Under multiple partners. Abort sheriff and they bought the mission, but it was too late because you already probably got a gun in your face. They had already robbed you. Alright. They already sucked your dick with proof. Had you bending it over and busting it open doing the bottom stuff while they was the top? Okay, well, that's the rip me out the plastic. That's the veil. And that's the path. Look past the veil. You can't see what you see. You can't unsee what you saw. But won't and not. You gotta have faith to just don't get out. And the neighbors don't find out. With neighbors. Neighbors. Because they was doing a lot. Multiple. Secrets and lovers. Sex pics. You surrendered though. Like that person kept on going. House. Probably homeless. Out in the cold, destitute. Shacking up with somebody. Living at a person's house, man. That's my bro house. He got me sleeping on his couch. She was the main privileged lady. They step around on you, privileged lady. What else? This person in poverty for sleeping around on you. He out here cleaning chimneys. Anything else? Message of concern. How they messed you over. Another woman got concerns about that. Well, how did you treat her? And why did you do that? Why did you lie about it? So this is why this happened between you and her. So now this is why you break up with your ex. So all the lies that you said about her was all lies because you was the one doing all this shit. This is where somebody's concern comes in. Right. Something wrong. Oh, so she walked away. She really had money. She just didn't want to be you. She just didn't give it to you. Warren path, because you kept doing the same thing. Yep. Expectations. Expecting something from a woman with the same results that they did with another woman. It's like a repeated sex fix, kept sleeping around, kept doing something the same. And you was the gift, with the gift here. Giving gifts to other women, to a gold digger. Yeah, 30, that's what's a concern, that this person went broke over this bitch. Home. They knew where home was. They did. They just didn't give a fuck. They didn't care. Hell no. They didn't care. Hell no. They thought that the mirage was important. Well, the monkey business was better. Now they rolling their eyes and being judged by the third parties with their hand on their hip. Yeah, because they went for the okie doke. They got hoodwinked and bamboozled. A judgment is here now. You silly rabbit with trickster here. You silly rabbit. Tricks are for kids. But they didn't care. They didn't care. They barely care about themselves here. Tell me what this stuff is. What's the gift? What's the poverty? 12, 37, 14, 28, 33. They were supposed to have like stopped having an affair with somebody, and yup, they were supposed to stop having an affair with this person, but Shit, they kept hustling the bitch. Because she kept giving out money. Mommy, daddy was giving out money. Playing mommy, playing zaddy. Mommy, sugar mama, sugar daddy was out here giving money, making them rain, focusing on the money. And that's what they was getting. They were supposed to dust this motherfucker off after the first 5 or 6 or $1,000. They kept going though. They gotta tell you that look, money no object to me, baby. This everything's anything for baby. Baby get what baby want. Force her. So that was forcing that person's hand, and that person's being haunted now because they was under a witchcraft, under a curse. Uh, Flashbacks. Yep. Watching you from a fake account though. And they watching this person go broke and be bullied by other people now. After they did it to you, now there's other people are doing it to them the same way they did it to you. And this person is gullible and naive and regretting letting people put a key in their goddamn back or a cord or a damn rope around their fucking head or what. Oh, excuse me, that was a big burp. Excuse me, y'all. Yeah, always partying. Shit, could be roofied, anything. Yeah, ignoring the fucking red flags though. And that's the inside scoop. That's something that you really might have needed to know about this person. Because this person is with love on their brain, daydreaming and thinking of you, and overanalyzing, fantasizing, and dreaming and nostalgia of how things used to be with you and them. And now things is rising up, and you rose up over them. Some kind of soulfulness here. Like you had a deep heart for them or something. Somebody nosy in your business, want to get a closer look at what's going on when it comes to you being a gift, and why. Why this person longing for you. Why this person is in deep thought about you. Why they can't stop thinking about you with intuition. This third party is wondering why. All these why questions. Yeah, and why they so, what's the gratitude? Like 19, 20, and 21. Somebody young, ex. Explorer that went to explore somebody younger than them, your ex. Some kindred spirit, some setting sail, somebody set sail with, somebody that was looking out for somebody else's well-being. Somebody from social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, somebody that changed up on you for somebody from one of those social medias. Yeah, wisdom. Somebody that knew better, that was surfing the internet for some thrill. Somebody that love, yeah, went and found love on the internet, chasing them. Met them in their neighborhood, home, yeah, went to their home. Story told them a lie about you being a queen or not a queen, and then confidently lied to them. But while adoring you and overthinking in their head about you, princess of the borderlands, while they out there at the borderlands. And she gapping her legs for every person that comes through the border control. Somebody might need to stop spreading lies about you because you the sun here with giving. You gave this person new meaning to their own life, but they chose the karmic lesson or the karmic relationship over you where now they resenting you, triggered by you, have intense feelings about you having a finality and letting them go. And also feeling tormented, turmoil, and fleeing. Like, why you left, this shit is making her feel like that they want to come back with rebirth and want to come back and emerge. Powerful combination, achieve excellence, to come back and be great with you. But that's just to come and steal whatever they think you got that they didn't see the last time. So this is just, misery is here to torment you, is what they said. The misery, I was about to say, because this is the misery here. And so since you butterfly here, I see you trying to heal. So that's why they rooting for you now, so they can come in and destroy you. You know what I mean? Misery. No, I ain't happy for you. She told me, stay optimistic, endure the suffer. So the nebulas, the veiled nebula, getting closer to the mysterious and beautiful truth. And it's an infinity that's never going to stop. This person was trying to destiny swap with you. Yep. Deception. Confidently trying to deceive you, though. Right in your face, trying to deceive you. Right while you look at them. Compete. They want you to compete for their love. Tell them to suck your ass with a straw. Yeah. Tell them no. They might like that. because they like men. So love. Yep. They wanted you to compete for their love. Exactly what I said. Tell me, Spirit, more about this. What they wanted from this person. Glory is but a fleeing. So they wanted to deceive you by fleeing to something or someone else. Over here, and being that you broke free, the action that you took, they was looking for a reaction basically out of you. And then they wanted to relax. Like, chill. Like, pacify you and tell you, chill. It ain't like that. Dot, dot, dot. Just do it if you think of it. So they did whatever they wanted to get a reaction out of you. Happy, you know what I mean, to make you unhappy. They was happy to make you unhappy, but they shattered their own self. Then they wasn't happy. Right. When it came to discipline, they wasn't disciplined to stop sleeping around. That karmic lesson showed them that they had a poker face and they were stabbing you in the back. And now that you ascended and cut them down to size, Cupid said, guess what? We ain't gonna wait till, Valentine's Day to shoot you in the butt of love. We gonna send somebody up because time's up. Clock that T on this one because this one is over. T, T, T. Okay? The sunglasses is off. We ain't walking through no rose-colored glasses no more. And it's gonna shock this person that you are moving on and things are coming to the light for you. You know what I mean? Like their abusive ways, their ring of fire that they got themselves in, the ring of storm firestorm, healing their broken heart, toxicity, addictions, abusive relationships, and whatever they got to do to heal. They got to figure that out through the karmic lesson they got to learn, or the relationship they went toward. Because you ain't in it, baby. Yeah, they confused why you ain't here. They created all this mess, and now they want somebody else to fix it. Sitting here blinded to the truth, sitting here sleeping with a third party. As the wheel would go round and round, they sitting here nostalgic about you, not figuring out, like, they know which way to go, but they just choose not to go that way. They know where home is. And it might be the baby mama home they've been going to. But they said this journey, they on the wrong journey going the wrong way. It's in reverse. The main female is the 2 now, not the 1. And because 6 says the mature woman said, yeah, you took the mature route. And I put them on the motherfucking sick bed right there. Dead hell. And a death, you let it be over. You nail the coffin shut on it. And they at a distance from you. This person is going through it. In this community room, that's what's being talked about here. About the courtship. That you ascended from this situation. And they community P or D. And how petty and immature they was. And how they had a child on you. And now they're being with adjudication here, being judged harshly. Because of the lovers that they chose over you. Multiple lovers. And the toil and labor, the acts in which they put against you. To the occupation, the work they put in. And great fortune coming in for you for good karma. Dummies. Yeah, there's some unspoken things here. And why they silent here. There's some solid truths here. Or why they let go. And what the fear of it was. They thought you would chase them. They would chase you and compete for the love. But you say, yeah, nah, she can have you. She cool. She cool. She can have you. Let her figure it out. Why she got you. Yeah, it was like candy, taking candy from a baby. That's what she said. I took her man. He loves me. He wants me. Courtship. And found out he ain't want her either. She was shocked about that, though. She thought she could sex your person into... That broke her heart, too. Look. She thought she could give your person ring of fire. Said that person thought that they was going to give your person passion. They was shocked to find out that they broke their heart because they had proof that that person had been sleeping around on them too. Talking and shit was being said that person was interested, sending messages and talking to more than just that person. And that person had proof that that person was on camera with that person, with other people, with reminiscing, how they hammered the shit shut with that person, and how they went off chasing, being a chaser of something or someone other. Many more options with King on the Ring. Many options, unconventional, one night stands, and stringing that other person along. And could have went to somebody that was married too, or married themselves, all while married at that point. Yeah, somebody played the poker face here while you ascended. They was there having some kind of romantic affair, round and round, and they didn't have no discipline either. While they was going round and round, being the devil, you know. Okay, shit, what? Deceptive, deceiving others. Something else was submerged right into it with a gold digger. Right. While they was off thinking they had shit all in the bag, thinking all this other shit out, not thinking the shit through properly. They ran themselves right into some kind of Jezebel. As they should have. Okay, as they should have. And they wasn't exempt from meeting a Jezebel. Because they was one themselves. You know what I mean? It could have been an incubus, succubus. Remember, the book of Enoch is a book of demons. And so if you conjure these black magic, black witches like to conjure demons, those are places where they would get demons from over 2,200 years back, dating back demon. And so when they go picking up these demons, they don't know who they picking up. They think they praying to some deities or whatever. Let sleeping dogs lie is what I'm going to say. When y'all go picking up these deities, y'all could be raising skeletons of demons. And then you wonder why your life is full of sin and hell. Because you on the devil's playground as your father. Faith. Okay, they better believe something more than what they've been believing. Because, shoot, what? They find themselves in a self-destruction is what I just saw. Yeah, karmic battle. They got some promises of a new beginning with third party that ain't gonna never come true. And it's a karmic lesson when it comes to illusions. Some kind of sign that they missing. They striving for something with a person that it's you need to watch. They need who they need to watch on the silent. This person is a sneaky fucking threat to them, but that's okay. Let them be with a sneaky threat. They was just a sneaky threat, so now somebody else is their sneaky threat now. Yep. Let's see anything else so I can get up out of here. And I'll say I'm going to catch you guys a little later. I appreciate you stopping in. Somebody is at the dust. Somebody where they got an anchor. They got to sit through this to get through this. And anchors away here. Hold on, you guys. I'm going to catch you guys later. I thank you for joining me. And if you are new to the channel, I thank you for subscribing so you don't miss the next time I go live. See, yeah, they down this hole here. They're still in the hole, you guys. They're still stuck in a hole, in a rut. Alright, you guys, namaste. And now I must go. I'll catch you guys back in a little bit. Namaste.